Welcome back to Drum LCK. My name is John, and today we're going to take a look at 3 iconic Tommy Lee grooves. Let's go. Alright, so first off, I'm a big Motley Crue fan and a big fan of Tommy Lee. Now, the reason I picked these 3 songs is because they're the 3 that I get asked most by my students to teach. So we're just going to start there. Since this video is a groove video, the examples are considerably longer than if it was a fill video. So, that being said, let's keep the talking to a minimum and jump right into Dr. Feelgood. Alright, let's take a look at the sheet music. Specifically, let's take a look at the first 2 measures. The first measure is just a pickup note on the after 4, and that's kick and a crash. And the second measure is where we really establish the groove. Pay attention to these markings right here. It's telling you that's where you need to open the hi-hat. And if you look down here, these X's right here are telling you where you need to close the hi-hat, meaning you need to play that note with your left foot. Now, the groove we established in measure 2 simply repeats itself with a few changes here and there. Specifically, let's look at these crash cymbals on measure 5 and measure 9. These are accents that go along with the music and are super important to hit. Now that we've looked at the sheet music, let's go ahead and take it slowly at 90 beats per minute and then at full speed at 111 beats per minute. Next up, we're going to take a look at Kickstart My Heart. Now, this groove we're going to take straight out of the verse, and it's a little unique because instead of playing on the hi-hat with his 8th notes, he's playing them on the snare drum. Now, if you look at measures 2 and 4 throughout here, they're saying you need to play flams. That's super important because if you play them at exactly the same time, the drum's just going to mute itself. That's called a double stop. We need a flam so it sounds nice and full. So for this one, we're going to maintain a simple kick, snare pattern throughout the majority of the exercise, except for a few 8th note fills thrown in here and here. Take a look at these 2 fills right here. You'll notice that we have a flam on 4, which is followed by 2 16th notes on the snare. What's cool about it is the downbeat has no crash. The crash comes in on beat 2 with the snare drum. Let's take a look at the last measure, and you'll notice that we just have another 8th note drum fill, which is basically snare and floor tom accents with some bass drums thrown in there. Now that we've seen the music and we know what's going on, let's take it together slowly at 100 beats per minute, followed by the actual tempo at 150 beats per minute. Next up, we're going to take a look at the verse groove in Shout at the Devil. All right, let's take a look at the sheet music. And first thing you're going to notice is that we have a repeating groove with a short drum fill at the end of every other measure. Take a look at measures 2 and 6, and you'll realize that these measures are exactly the same. And we're just really putting a flam on beat 3 and just a hi-hat chick on beat 4. Do that with your left foot. The fill at the end of measure 4 can kind of be tricky for some people because we're going to be playing hi-hat barks on the upbeats, which means our left foot's going to be coming down on the pedal on the eighth note downbeats. So if you take a look at this right here, you're going to notice that our feet are going to literally be playing right, left, right, left, right, left, right. You might need to take this slow by itself just to work through that. And in the last measure, we just have a simple 16th note snare fill. Now that we've taken a look at the music together, let's take it slowly at 70 beats per minute and then at full speed at 95 beats per minute. And there you go. You're playing 3 killer Tommy Lee grooves. Now, if you like this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and also in the comments, make sure you let me know what drummers you want me to feature in this Learn the Legends series we have started here. All right, that's all I have today. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.